Hello, welcome back. So today, what I was thinking we could do is talk through my England starting 11 for the first game against Croatia at Euro 2020, 21, 2020. Who knows what it's called or what I should call it, 2020 I suppose realistically, but it's happening in 21. It's a confusing time for all. So, my England starting 11 for the first game. Now I'm going to do this. It's going to be difficult, I think, in a sense of Harry Maguire. Is he fit? Is he not fit? Jordan Henderson. And do I take that into account? Now, I'm going to try to, but it's going to be difficult because obviously if those two players were fit, then that's it. It's obvious. It's easy that they are going to be in the starting 11. So, anyway, enough with the admin. Let's move on with our goalkeeper. I think in goals it's going to be Jordan Pickford. We've seen him in the Euros. We've seen him in the World Cup before. We know exactly what he can do, so we know what we're gonna get from him. I know he's had difficulties at Everton time and time again, but he always does it for England, and Southgate believes in him. So I suppose we've got to go for that. At right back, I think I'm going to go for Reece James. I think he just offers you so much going forward, so much defensively. We saw what a great job he did against Raheem Sterling in the Champions League final, and what a great job he's done all season. So I think he's going to be a fantastic option at right back for the tournament going forward. Trippier is great, and Walker as well. At centre back, I'm still going to play with a back two. I know it could be risky if Maguire's not fit. Then we're going to have to go probably for the partnership of Mings and Stones, which I don't know how I really feel, but I think he can do a job until Maguire's fit. I think against Croatia, Czech Republic and Scotland, that centre-back partnership can definitely do enough to see us top the group, so I do have confidence in that. If Stones plays like he has done for Man City this season, and not so much like he did in the Champions League final, we should be okay. And Mings is solid. He's got some good stats, physicality wise, heading wise. He is fantastic. There's just other areas which he lacks, which he could improve on. And sometimes he does have that mistake in him, such as John Stones. But we're just going to have to hope that this back partnership can do the job needed to. As it's right now, kind of the best we've got. In at left back, it's kind of easy, Ozzy for me. It's kind of like whoever you want, you can realistically choose. We know how good Chilwell is. We know what a season Shaw's had, and I think I'm going to go for. I'm gonna go for Luke Shaw. I think, just because he's had a fantastic season. We've seen the assists he's played a part in for Man U. So it's kind of one of those things. Is depending on your attack. If you're playing Mount at left wing, you can play Chilwell. If you're playing Rashford at left wing, you can play Shaw. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Our midfield, sort of a centre midfield too, or more holding midfield, I'm going to go for Declan Rice. We've seen it in the friendlies, exactly what he can do, what he's capable of, and why he's rated so highly among England fans. So him and his centre mid partnership, because Henderson's not fit, and I think we've seen it during the sort of friendly games building up to this, how fantastic Jude Bellingham is, and I definitely think if Henderson's not 100% fit, he's the man we have to choose from because there's no Ward-Prowse. I think Calvin Phillips and Rice makes us too defensive. I know Calvin Phillips is great at free kicks, but we've got other options to take the free kicks in the team. Reece James takes them for Chelsea. Luke Shaw takes them from United. You get corners from Shaw at United. You get the same from Reece James, and it's obviously Ward-Prowse is missed there because he is a free kick specialist. I definitely think players such as Jack Grealish and Raheem Sterling, who are going to win you fouls, getting Ward-Prowse to take the free kicks would have been a big bonus from an England perspective. But look, if the tournament's coming up, we can't really be negative. We need to get behind the team, so that's definitely a midfield too. And then at the front of the midfield three, I'm going to go for Mason Mount. We've seen how fantastic he's been this season, and he's kind of been Chelsea's stand-up player, especially when you think back 4 or 5 months ago, everyone was kind of slagging him off, and Grealish and Foden were better, but now I think everyone's kind of puts him in that same bracket, and we sort of all agree that Mount is and deserves to be in the starting 11 of this team. Would I say he's the jewel in the crown of this England team? Probably not. Would I go that far? But he's definitely a key component. And then our front three, I think it's obvious. Starting at centre forward is going to be Harry Kane. I think he does need to be told, though, look, you're a striker. I know you dropped deep for Tottenham, but we can't get you doing this in this tournament. We need you to go and score goals because you're Harry Kane, and we know you can do that. But at the same time, it's Harry Kane, so he's going to get goals regardless of if he drops deep or not. And then the two wingers, I think on the right hand side, I'm going to go for Jadon Sancho. I think his crosses in are going to be deadly for Kane. We've seen what he's done in the Bundesliga, tearing apart these teams that he comes up against, and we've seen a fantastic end of the season for him, and I think he can definitely replicate that in the England team and up his goals charts as well, because we know he is a phenomenal and composed finisher. Which just leaves me with the left hand side, where I have thought about this as Grealish, and I think Grealish, though, to me, you bring him on the 70th minute against tired legs and just let him run at defenders and have a go, and teams are just going to be like, oh my god, what is this? We've never played against him in Europe, how do we cope? But I think for me on the left, I'm going to start against Croatia, Phil Foden, because I think Rashford's still got that niggle, and I think allowing him some time to just rest and recover could be good for him. So I think that's what you do for Marcus Rashford, is give him a chance to recover. And on the left hand side is Foden. We know what he can do. Is he going to be like Wayne Rooney back in the 2004 Euros, I think it was, like he played against France? Is he this generation's Wayne Rooney? In that sense, he could be.